Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 4th of July. So, happy Independence Day to the US there. I'm sure there's not too many listening at this time of the morning for sure. Anyway, where are we today then? Euro dollar, and well, yesterday, the previous day, not really much in the way of ranges, tightened up again, just consolidating, and it does still look like it could roll some, but well, we've just seen, as I said, it run down towards its weekly S3. Yesterday hit it, and it's just been held it within this range at the moment. Not much going through, and certainly for today with the US on holiday this afternoon. Well, I say this afternoon, well, in their time today on the 4th. Retail sales already come out, and that's it for the US, Australia even. So we're left to our own devices today, looking forward to non-farm payrolls as ever, or not. Anyway, so chop continues here. Do I see that breaking down? Easy answer, God knows. Technically, it's not giving too much away, and this it's managed to pitch on both sides there in the range. Okay, slightly lower highs coming through, lower lows, lower highs in this pattern. Maybe it will eventually roll, but may have to wait until tomorrow to see something more decisive. The pound has joined the euro in its sluggish movement, although it did move down yesterday. It spent most of the day then in range after it did move down, and struggling to do too much today as well. Coming down the time frames here, the consolidation area it's sitting in at the moment. Maybe it will pitch back down towards those lows and break them eventually. It too has moved. I mean, it moved in the earlier part of the week down quite some way. It looks better shaped to continue to the downside. Maybe post 8 o'clock it may give an opportunity, but it was slow yesterday, and it may end up following that line. Dollar yen, my favourite of the week really. Even that's bounced off its weekly pivot there. It's possibly got more downside, any suggestion of panic or other, but I do get a feeling that today is going to be a quite old day in the markets here. We may just see an inside day there. So if it was to break there's a little trend line that's running across the lows here. You see it bed on a 60-minute there across the lows. If it breaks that sort of level, if you're looking for a short, it may well give a short back to those prior lows. I don't expect much in it, and it's not got a lot of pips in there, maybe about 20 pips there for an intraday trade. It may run down longer. See what happens with the US data coming out later in the week, but yesterday's numbers weren't convincing either way, but are often a bad guide, so we'll have to wait on that. Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar picked up slightly through the Asian session, carried on yesterday. It looked like it was going to continue up, higher lows, higher highs there, and it's maybe on RSI putting a bit of divergence on the lower time frames here. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe just a slight bit of divergence between the prior highs there, and it's maybe rolling back towards that daily pivot. Often a slow mover in the morning, but may continue this movement. It's started here. Not convinced with that bit of price action there. Missed the retail sales, came in at 0.1 against the forecast of 0.2, so the very fact that it had any increase probably pushed it up a little bit, but that could roll back, but again not a lot of pips there. And finally the Canadian dollar. S&Ps, well, the S&Ps, obviously the US market would be closed. S&Ps, S&Ps, Canadian dollar rather, a bit of divergence coming into yesterday's price action there. Oil giving up some of its gains, but all the same, this isn't. This looks like it could still roll over. Maybe later again. It's one of those that You sort of need to look down there. It did it yesterday. Finally, it went back, caught the pivot there at 8 o'clock and messed around for a while, then rolled over and went for a decent old move. Could see another move like that later, but we'll see. I'll be surprised if it's quite as deep as that, with, as I say, with that US market close as well. Personally, I think it could be a quiet one on the currencies here. We'll see. S&P futures, well, they'll tickle over, but you can see they're already thin as we look at the moment. Let's have a look at the dailies there. I don't know if that's a true figure. That is gapped up there. Not sure if that's just an anomaly. It's sort of gapped up there. There's no gap on the here, so it's perhaps a bit of data missing there. No gaps on the lower time frame, so it may roll some more back a little bit, but I'm looking for buy opportunities on the S&Ps, but maybe not this week. Okay, that's it for me. I wish you a great Independence Day, and I will catch you on tomorrow morning. Bye for now.